Welcome to Bluegrass Roller Services' brand new facility in Shelbyville, Kentucky, built and designed by Prodigy Construction. This training and orientation video for your new building includes instructions and demonstrations on how to properly operate and maintain all the systems in your new facility. Let's get started.
I'm Dale LeGrand with LeGrand Fire Protection, and we're at Bluegrass Roller in Shelbyville, Kentucky, and this is the fire protection riser. And I'm going to go through and explain what needs to happen if you have an accidental discharge of a sprinkler head. The first thing you want to do is shut this valve. This controls all the water that's coming to the building. So if you turn this clockwise, this indicator here will show that it's closing, and that will shut off the water to the system. Only shut it off if you have an accidental discharge that you know happened in the office. Somebody accidentally hit something, or maybe back in your rubber room, somebody hit something on a rack or whatever. Then you come in here and shut this off. What you want to do is shut that, open this main drain, turn it to the left loose, right tight to shut it, left loose to open this. This will take the pressure off the system and keep you from having more water damage than you need. If you don't know that it was an accident, you need to leave it alone and get out of the building. Obviously the fire alarm is going to activate. That's not my area, but it's tied into this. It's all been tested and it'll go from there. As far as maintenance, you don't really have to do anything to the sprinkler system. If you have an issue, you need to call fire protection contractor, preferably us since we put it in. Our information's here, 502-638-0403, LeGrand Fire Protection. The other thing you want to do on a weekly basis is you want to check these gauges. You might put a black mark on the gauge where it is now, and if it drops more than 10%, that could indicate something's happened with your underground, and you might want to have us come and check it out, or at least give us a call so we can see what's going on. Other than that, you really don't have to do anything to the sprinkler system. If you see a head maybe that's dusty in the office, you take a damp cloth and just wipe it off. You never use any chemicals on it because you could mess with the bulb that's in the sprinkler heads. Other than that, you need to have an annual inspection. That's something we can do. You just need to have a sprinkler contractor look at it once a year and come by and make sure your alarms are functioning and that everything's intact. Other than that, you don't have to do anything else with it.
Hi, my name is Barry Marston with MD Electric Company. We are here at Bluegrass Roller plant in the electrical room to give you an update of what we've done here for Bluegrass Roller. This is the electrical service that comes into the main building here, and it supplies power to all the places here in the building. It's all labeled with the labels are on the panels designating what they're feeding, and at the places that they're feeding designate back to this room where they're fed from. Each one is labeled on top of all the disconnects, panels throughout the building. Panels behind me are panels that are HV1, which is a high voltage panel that feeds a lot of the machinery here in the plant. Also, there's LV1 and LV5, which feeds equipment and lighting and receptacles throughout the building. This thing occurs in 3 other places. We have HV2, LV2, HV3, LV3, and HV4 and LV4. All 480 volt and 120 volt, 208 volt, 3-phase for their equipment. We have a panel beside HV2 that is a watt stopper panel, and it controls the plant lighting as well as their sign, flagpole, and site lighting and wall packs on the building. All are labeled to designate what they turn on and off, and there are switches at each door as you come in to the plant to turn off the lighting for the plant. As far as maintenance goes to this building, this switchgear would require periodically, like every 5 years, just to go in, shut it down for a short time and readjust all of the lugs and stuff in the panel just to keep tight for where you have wire that comes in from the power company. And check each breaker and all of the lugs that the wires are attached to there. That is part of the maintenance there. It would need to be done periodically just to keep it from having voltage drops.
This is Chris with Legacy Heating and Air. We did the HVAC here. We're in a plant right now. The unit on my right shoulder is the exhaust. So during the summertime, there's a louver over there that y'all would flip up, and it would just pull exhaust through the building, and it would go and take and keep your employees cool. And it's got a belt in there, so it needs to be changed annually. The unit on my left shoulder, it is for your heat. So it's got a programmable thermostat, and it's already set, but it also has a belt that needs to be changed annually. And it also has filters because it draws 100% fresh air to keep all the pollen and all that stuff down, all the stuff you don't want in here. You can use it in the summertime. Both these units require service every year. We can do that for you if you would like. We can get you a price that would just make it run a lot longer and work a lot better than what it would if it don't. And they just need to be taken care of so they last y'all a long time. Now this is your condensers out here. They need to be cleaned out every year, sprayed out with water, because if not, it'll make the fan motor draw higher amps, the compressor draw high amps. They won't cool as well. They won't perform as good. So they at least need to be cleaned out once a year. You also have furnaces that's above the grid that's got filters in them. Then the filters need to be changed at least once a month, because so they go and take and cool and everything. If they get clogged up, you won't get as good as heat out or cooling out. And the flame sensors need to be cleaned on them. The furnaces need to be at least cleaned every 6 months. We'll do the condensers one time, and then we'll come and do the furnaces one time. They go and take and do maintenance on them, so they'll run and operate perfect, because you don't want to have no issues. You don't want to have people cold while it's freezing outside, be cold in the building. So preventive maintenance is an awesome thing to do.
Name's Jeff Richardson. I'm with Urban Plumbing and did the plumbing at Bluegrass Roller in Shelbyville, Kentucky. Right now we're in the mechanical room where the main valve for the building is, for the facility. It's an RPZ. If there's any leak anywhere within the building, if you shut off any of these 3 valves, it will eventually kill the water to any leak, any location within the building. It might take a matter of time for the distance, but this was the main that kills the building, any water coming to the building inside the building. We've moved out to the plant. This is the instantaneous tankless water heater. At any time, any water source, hot water source is turned on, this will continually run, servicing 120-degree hot water to any fixture while it's continually running. When the water is turned off, this water heater will turn back off, and it's usually zero maintenance to the water heater. There's an individual cold water, hot water, and gas valve for maintenance on the tankless water heater. At any time, those can be turned off, and this can be serviced. I've moved into the public restrooms here at Bluegrass Roller. Just some facts I want to state out is under every fixture and on every fixture, there's a shutoff valve. If there's any water leaking outside the walls, there's an individual shutoff valve with either an angle stop or a stop at the toilet. If there's an issue that the toilets will continually flush with the flush valve, normally means that there's a particle, a piece of plastic, a piece of sand, any little debris that's got up underneath the diaphragm. Easily to fix that, if you can call us at Urban Plumbing, or you can simply take a flathead screwdriver, turn off the valve clockwise, remove the top lid. There's a little diaphragm, just a little thing. There's little dust particles or something underneath that's causing that not to seep back down. But other than that, restrooms are pretty maintenance free. If there's any stem or seat issues leaking on top of the faucet, give us a call. We'll come out there and service the thing and repair what needs to be repaired on. But every bathroom has lavatories, urinals, and toilets. Every bathroom has a floor drain. And actually there's a hose bib in every restroom to wash down floors or clean anything. And like I said, if there's any maintenance issues, just give us a call.
Hi, my name is Steve Bosco with Prodigy Construction, and we designed and built the new facility for Bluegrass Roller Services in Shelbyville, Kentucky. We produced this video to orient the owner with their new building and we highlighted the electrical, mechanical, plumbing, and fire suppression systems so they know how to operate and perform maintenance on these various systems. If you need any further information, please contact me on my cell phone at 502-554-8487 or at the office at 502-618-1816. We would be more than happy to help resolve any issues that may arise.